Hello, and welcome to today's webinar for Get My Ads. First of all, I need to know if you can hear me okay. So please confirm in the chat with a short yes. Great. All right, well, if it's too quiet, then you'll have to adjust the speakers and make them louder. Maria, Hans, same thing in reverse. Simply lower the volume on your computer speakers. But otherwise, I see that you all can hear me and understand what I'm saying, so that's great. So let's get started. There are already more than 200 participants here. Absolutely madness. This is going to be fun. All right, so once again, welcome to the webinar from Get My Ads. My name is John Heineman, and I'm from the United States. And I'm going to show you how I built, with Get My Ads, a 5-figure income in just a few weeks, and how you'll be making money today, online from home. Now, lately is a convention disclaimer necessary in order to not to give the impression that you can make money here just by listening to me, all right? All the quoted figures, data, and income are examples of our active customers and team partners, and they came individually depending on the performance of each partner. So in other words, nothing comes from nothing. We can't change that. The law wants us to say that clearly, and we also want to communicate that clearly as well, okay? All right, so now let's throw ourselves into the essentials of what we're talking about. In the info video you've already received, there is some information that I'd like to explain a little bit more in detail, and also by the end I want to show you what you can do today to be guaranteed your first money earned online, all right? So as you can see here on your screen, let's first talk briefly about the company and a little background information. Then we talk about the market itself. And then I'll show you how we work and how we've grown so incredibly fast and what the plans are for Get My Ads. Then I'm going to show you all the sources of income and how they work in detail. And then we'll show you exactly how you can start making money today. All right? Sound good? Well, one more thing before we get started. I'm not going to read the chat and answer any questions right now while I'm talking. So therefore, I ask that you please understand that I'll be happy to answer your questions at the end. So write them down and try to remember them as simply as possible, and we'll discuss that at the end. Now, the webinar is going to take about 25 minutes, and I'll deal respectively with your esteemed time and therefore go directly to the first point and not beat around the bush. First, let me introduce you to our company. Get My Ads is the company of Frank Hansen, a successful entrepreneur with roots in the United States, and today he lives in the Caribbean and directs several companies, mainly in the fields of marketing, internet, and software for business customers. Now, Get My Ads is a traffic network which he founded back in 2011 under a different name and without the payback concept with the affiliate program as it works today. The program was introduced in 2014, and until then was only for premium customers, and I'll explain to you a little bit later on what a premium customer is. In 2015, Get My Ads was set up as we see it today, and it can be used in many countries and markets. Get My Ads cracked the threshold of 1 million in sales after only 58 days after it was founded, and last year grew to approximately 25,000 customers and affiliates, a total of 14 million paid out, which is pretty impressive as it began to expand in 2016. Now, only 2016, the English-speaking market, Germany, Russia, France, and other countries have come to where Get My Ads are today, and we're just starting the expansion, so it's pretty exciting. Get My Ads, which I'm going to call GMA from now on, is still massively expanding with a concept that's absolutely impressive. So, hang on a minute, let me get a drink of water. As you can see, GMA is a healthy position company. In 2015, it was restructured and perfectly organized as an international company. Now, the company was restructured in the background, but not the business model. It was necessary for commercial reasons to separate divisions. These new companies have been created, and GMA, without any interruption, incorporated in the ongoing operation. So we as customers and affiliates have noticed nothing except that the contract has changed for us a little bit. It's irrelevant for us because we're working from home, so basically there's no company address to worry about. So now let's talk more about the market itself, the market in which we operate. The market of which the entire internet lives, and without it would not exist in the internet form. The market of advertising, online advertising. The market with the affiliates, customers, and buyers, the website operators, and selling artists. In short, a billion-dollar market with continuous growth. There are, in principle, the following types of sites on the internet that I'd like to briefly explain to you. Now, first, there are websites where you can buy products or services directly. These are called online shops or sales pages. Here, it's obvious how the money is earned. A visitor comes to the site because he wants to buy a product, a service, or a digital product, and these may include like eBay, Amazon, and all online stores with products of all kinds, as well as sales pages and niche products. Then there are websites like Facebook, news portals, and sites like that on which we simply consume information. These include YouTube and websites where we look at funny pictures and so on. On these websites are banners, text ads, pop-up advertising, and other forms of advertising. Now, whenever you click on a banner, text displays, such as with Google, these ads are on the right side. So whenever you click on it there, because you responded to the text or the offer, someone always pays for that click and a specific amount to the website operator, Google, Facebook, Yahoo, or news portals, including any banner ads that you see on the internet. This goes to Google via ad networks that have rented the banner space for your customers and Facebook pages directly, and great for smaller sites. Also, GMA has a subsidiary such as a traffic network for its customers to use, but we'll talk more about that later. For completeness, I'll even mention that there are websites who live by donations, like Wikipedia and other nonprofit organizations. However, a very interesting fact is that nearly half of the companies don't have a website, and only part of the business owners have a website and that they actively use to offer their own products and services. These people slowly wake up, and therefore all of the market with advertising on the internet is in constant expansion. There are more and more entrepreneurs on the internet and more entrepreneurs that are using online advertising. Internet advertising has exceeded the volume of newspaper advertising in 2014 for the first time, and it's predicted that this growth will be enhanced when more and more companies discover the internet for themselves. Now today, companies like Google, which is basically just a website, it's worth more than the largest airline, oil companies, and car manufacturers. Really. The value of such companies, which include Facebook, are purely measured by how much coverage of a market a company has with its advertising. Now, if tomorrow a law was enacted that Google may not make any more advertisements, which is totally absurd, but I say it just to prove a point, the company would be absolutely worthless and would immediately shut down. Now, the largest companies on the internet are all living by advertising that you see and that you can click on, and exist only thanks to you. So, question for you, have you ever been paid by Google, Facebook, or YouTube, or another web page for viewing their advertising or clicking on banners, and you've made these companies billion-dollar corporations, and you probably didn't even get a thank you for it, did you? But at best, maybe you received a promotional email with new offers and things that you could buy, right? All right, the money is passing you by. A few years ago, companies entered the market who could establish themselves real quickly and successfully. You have your members remunerated that they have specifically looked at advertising or emails that they've received or they've just opened and confirmed. Now, these concepts are good, and people have earned a lot of money, and many of our customers and affiliate partners are themselves actively involved in such networks. These were the pioneers who paved the way so we can now take advantage and improve things. But what I want to do now is show you how we've done things differently and what benefits and advantages our customers have. So there are companies on the market, so-called advertising platforms, who sell their advertising to their members. This advertising is usually only seen by other members. In some companies, the members have to click every day a certain number of banners to get commissions. This means, however, that members who buy advertising only show this ad to other members, so there's no advertising for someone who clicks on, for example, car insurance. They have no interest in car insurance. They're just clicking on it to get compensation without being interested in the product or service at all. This advertising, therefore, is not very effective, but it still works for the partner, and this business model has helped earn extra income, and for some, their main income for over 5 years for a lot of people all over the world. Well, what makes GMA different? It's a little bulky, but I'll try to explain. Customers of GMA buy so-called advertising tokens. In short, a token. A token is an internal unit to buy a unit of products and services within the company, such as a currency, if you will. A token always has a value of $50. We take dollars because we work globally. If a customer buys with a token, for example, advertising in the form of banner displays or clicks to his website, the customer will then pay with this token, and GMA will work with the token. First, the customer will get the booked advertising for $50, of course, but that's nothing special. It's normal. If you pay for something, you get what you expect, right? But, and this is important, these clicks don't come from members, but from our own network. There's no inbreeding advertising where members mutually show their ads. We have real visitors from external sites to click on the banner or ad because they have a genuine interest in your offer. And more about that later. And yes, if you don't have a web page or you don't know what you should apply, we're happy to help. There's many affiliate programs that we can recommend so that you can bring your advertising also. Gradually, those recommendations in the members will emerge depending on the languages. Now, back to our token. This token is now divided into the following. 40%, in essence $20, going into the payback pool, which I'll explain in a moment. This is the main pool for GMA and its customers. This money goes directly back to you. 40%, so an additional $20, are paid to affiliates for a compensation plan, which I'll tell you afterwards. Now, the plan is on level 2 and includes a mentor bonus with other levels and so on. More details coming up. 20%, so $10, are going for operation of the company to expand its own network traffic, which is the most important part of the company, and for 2 bonus levels, incentives, and so provided further. As you notice, GetMyAds deserves obviously nothing on it, which is not really the point of a company. It actually already should raise questions for you. But don't worry, I'll clarify these issues and show you exactly how the money is earned. Now let's go through these 3 positions step by step. First, let's talk about the 40%. That's $20, which goes back into the payback pool. There's a pool with a 1% rebate, or payback per day, and is paid tokens that every customer receives every day 24 times. More about that in a little bit. Now, I want you to understand how the pool is used and how it works. You can imagine that in this pool is a lot of money. This money belongs to the members, but it's there for a long time, which is a shame because GMA can therefore make much more, and that's how we do it. Now, listen carefully. GetMyAds has a subsidiary, an advertising agency, which is active in the 75 largest traffic networks and, as an affiliate in the 200 best converting products in the Internet, operates as an affiliate. These include products of beauty, wellness, health, 2 online casinos in the market that have been approved by the law. Then they include ebooks, niche products, credit business, and dating platforms, insurance downloads, and much more products we do advertising for. They're all selected products. The GMA is an affiliate and gets a commission for each sale. Alright, so we imagine you would, as an individual affiliate, promote these products. The first thing you need to do is select a few products only, and then, secondly, you'll get, as an affiliate, a small advertising budget and normal affiliate commissions. As an example, consider the product X, say a digital product. It's a simple product. A normal affiliate will get 35% of the sale, depending on what you do with advertising, which is pretty good actually. Now, GMA comes to this product provider, in essence the company, which would like to sell their product and says, we have €100,000 in advertising budget per month and will promote your product. But we don't want 35% commission, we want 50%. The product provider may consider now, should he let burst €100,000 advertising volume or less percentages but instead earn more dollars? I mean, 50% of $100,000 are better than 65% of nothing, right? So GMA gets from product providers already much better, and commissions earned by depending on the product up to 85% or more, without changing anything, simply because the volume of advertising is just as great. The profit will be up to 85% larger. Well, that's just one part of the business. Before GMA now advertises this item with euro of $100,000 advertising volume per week, the company will get in touch with traffic networks that are selling this clicks. This is also a typical example from practice. An affiliate goes to a traffic provider and wants to buy 1,000 clicks. The price is $1, and because the affiliate has only a small budget, it's not negotiable. Now, GetMyAds comes to this traffic network and says, we have a $100,000 weekly advertising budget, and we want to pay per click 50 cents. And because we're in such a good mood, if you'd like to negotiate, the price will just go down. The traffic network can consider now whether they'd like to have a customer service where every week, without a lot of effort, they can make €100,000 a week, or would they rather discuss with 1,000 affiliates for every click? The administrative effort for small customers is enormous, and the cost to acquire new customers in the industry is big. Although the traffic network will only get half as much, it chooses with security for GMA because the revenue is long-term. Thus, GetMyAds buys 50% cheaper and therefore makes 100% more profits without having done anything. Sounds logical to you, right? Alright, if we compare, a small affiliate buys advertising for $1,000 and manages a turnover of $1,200. He makes a profit and he builds it out further, and that's okay. GetMyAds buys the same clicks for half the price and gets 85% more as an affiliate. By optimizing the sales process, we double the revenue, which is pretty simple with big volume, something every advertiser can confirm. So GetMyAds buys the click for 50 cents with negotiation and better terms, and the revenues are $2.40. So instead of 20 cents profit, it's $1.90 in profit, and a few thousand times a day with every single click. Not bad, huh? This is an increase of 950% in pure profit, and that's just because GetMyAds has a large volume of advertising. Advertising volume that is only possible thanks to the many satisfied customers in the company of GetMyAds. 950% increase thanks to you, and some of it flows back into the payback pool as a thank you to our customers who've made that possible. Now, you understand where the money is? GMA doesn't make money with the tokens you buy. It's the opposite. A portion of this increase in profits of up to 950% from the example above, wandering into the pool to which the payback schedule is paid. In other words, GetMyAds thanks its customers with a payback of a portion of the profits. That could be increased by up to 950% thanks to you. GMA earned a lot of money, and our customers are satisfied with the payback program, which allows a massive expansion so that more people can benefit from the advantages. Alright, so we have to be open and honest. 950% is not always the case. There are niches where an increase of 50% is huge already. But realistically, this just explains how the payback schedule works and how it also in the long term provides a secure income. It explains how in the long term there's enough money coming into the pool to finance the payback program. And to be said clearly, this is just one of 6 ways that money goes into the pool. Other ways include your own affiliate products, private label credit cards, and cooperation with credit card companies. And also GMA has other platforms that are working with the enormous resources. You'll learn much more all about the details in time. Now it's important that you understand the principle. Alright, so now I'd like to explain to you the first pool from which the payback program is paid. To explain so that you have an understanding of the principle of the whole thing. The payback schedule paid since the establishment of the company from getting 1% or more per day. In practice, it's so there are weak times, like the summer season, and strong times in the business. The weak ones are important. In these weeks, GMA still pays 1% per day, almost always because GMA, in the good times, practically builds a cushion, so it still gives stability in the weak periods. There has never been a day when less than 1% rebate was paid since GMA was founded. The pool is maintained through the ongoing sale of tokens to our customers and the profits of the affiliate commissions at a healthy level. Incidentally, this is absolutely unique in the industry. None of the competitors involved its customers in the form of a payback program in the profits through its own shops. However, that's only one point that makes GetMyAds so unique. There are real gains and real transactions and real traffic, which is why our own websites are not covered with banner ads of our own advertisers, as is the case with other companies. Now, I don't want to say it's bad what our customers are doing, I just want to explain what makes us stronger. So what does this mean for you? Well, you can, as a customer with GetMyAds, purchase advertising tokens, whether you purchase one token for $50 or up to 1,000 tokens. It's up to you. For the acquired token, you get products that you can determine yourself. there's a choice in the members area. But as I said, it's logical that you get what you pay for. No need for explanation there. You get each token worth $50, 1% rebate from the payback program for 600 days. That means it'll be about $300 out of the payback program for every token you ever bought. Since its founding, it has never been less than 1% per day. Theoretically, there may be more or less, but GMA compares these trends over the long haul, and it consistently pays out 1% per day. So this means that if you have 10 tokens worth $500, you then get a rebate of $5 per day, directly paid to your account, where you can request a payout to your bank account at any time that you like. You can then, every 10 days, purchase another token and increase your daily reimbursement or do a payout. So if you start today with just 20 tokens and then you reinvest that in 6 months, every dollar is a new token, virtually in new advertising. So you have from then a monthly residual income of about $750 every month. You didn't talk to anyone, didn't sell and recruit anybody. It's your own quiet passive income. Each customer can have up to 1,000 tokens at the same time and get 500, 750, and 1,000 tokens even paid at an additional loyalty bonus. This loyalty bonus may well be a few $1,000s a month and is only for a loyal customer of GMA. The payback program will pay you just from this program about $500 a day, every day, even on Sunday, if you reached 1,000 tokens. The whole thing is very exciting up to this point, because where do you get 1% payback on a product that you consume per day? Throughout the 600 days long, which means that you get back $6 for every dollar you ever spent in a store, after 600 days, you've made $300 in an average per token that you ever bought. You can, along the way at any time, buy new tokens or make a payment. The payment takes place every hour. But that's just one income stream of GetMyAds. Let's talk about the second. 40% say that will be paid as commission to affiliates and bonus. It turns out, very simply, if you bring a customer to GMA, you'll receive for each token, the customer buys $6 commission for every token that customer will buy in his lifetime. If a customer buys 10 tokens, you receive $60 in commission. If you have 10 clients who do that, you get $600. It's that simple. Experience shows that customers constantly buy new advertising and, above all, more advertising, so that the value of a customer in principle rises continuously. Therefore, you earn per customer up to $6,000 if he also has the goal to have 1,000 tokens, and after 600 days in business, when the tokens expire, customers buy these tokens again and you earn $6,000 again, and logically after another 600 days again. Here's an example. Suppose you have a customer who buys 20 tokens and constantly reinvested because he wants to go for a passive income within a year. So, he buys from the reimbursement constantly new tokens. And after only a year as a customer, he's bought about 200 tokens. That's $1,200 per year for a single customer that you've brought to GMA. And there's always going to be more. But if that's not enough, there's still a sub-affiliate program. This means, quite simply, if your customers bring more customers to GMA, you get another $6 on your indirect customers. So when you bring a customer who brings a customer who makes the same amount, you get $1,200 commission per year. Now, I don't want to make you think you're going to be rich. These are just examples. Nobody finds just one customer per year. Mostly, there are 10 customers per month or more, because how can you make the money easier than this? Okay, so we've discussed two levels, but as you've noticed, of the 40% that's flowed into the pool, only $12 has been paid. The remaining $8 are paid in the form of so-called mentor bonuses. This is distributed in a fair key as an added bonus that will initially account for even less, but can make all the time up to 70% of income from the affiliate program. The harder you support your team partners, the higher the bonus will be, and I speak from experience. So the longer that you're actively involved in supporting your team partners, the higher the mentor bonuses. In principle, it can be as a commission from the third and fourth level. There's about $4 a token each from the third and fourth level, but this is just an indication. As in many markets, it's difficult as a network company. GMA decided to make only a two-stage affiliate program with mentor bonuses. The third and fourth levels are just mentor bonuses. Thus goes GMA, not as MLM companies, and saves a lot of complicated administrative effort. But I only mention this to give you an idea about the mentor bonus. In addition, there are stages in the affiliate program which can be reached that I want to address to you very briefly. At these levels, it's all about the token that grab your customers and affiliates in your network, and this list is only a sample calculation. According to experience, much higher fails. I don't have to read individually the list. You can see it on easy. With only a few customers who buy each 10 tokens, you're already in stage 3 and have at least $600 earned. Since almost all customers constantly buy more tokens, you'll quickly rise to the Diamond Team or President Team, which corresponds to an income of at least $6,000. And this said, this is only a minimum estimate, which in reality mostly higher by far. All these figures are fantastic and great, but it all starts with the first step. You must restart itself and convince GMA. Signing up is free and there's no ongoing cost, no subscription and no commitments, but you should go set a good example and earn as many tokens as you expect that it will be your customers do. Alright, so I'm only making a recommendation. However, it is important, and immediately after registration, you'll have access to the private area where you'll find your personalized link on the dashboard above. Then you can share it with your friends on Facebook and social networks. We provide you with the successful advertising material in several languages, and it's continually more material than you can use and constantly come to even more languages. So I'm sure that you've got a lot of questions, and now you can ask those questions in the chat, but I'd still like to mention a few other things. Previously, only premium customers of GMA were involved in the payback schedule, and the remuneration was different. Nevertheless, GMA in 2015 paid about $14 million from commissions, and monthly advertising volume has become 7 figures. Although this sounds great for you, that's just the beginning. The size GMA has with this company is your security. The growth figures in the future are virtually your chance. In the advertising, billions of dollars flow every day. Television, radio, internet, the largest industries, and millions of companies in each market to live one and only from advertising. Even if GMA was a billion-dollar company, it would still be a small fish. The growth potential is huge, and we only cover a tiny fraction from it. You can practically apply the advertising of GMA everything and thus earn more money, something that we've not even mentioned. Since GMA delivers your purchase traffic quickly, you can log in as an affiliate program and their banner or text ads turn. We then send advertising worth your advertising tokens, in essence 50 euros per token, on the website. If the customer purchases there, you'll get from the affiliate program even more commissions than pocket money on the side. With up to 1,000 active tokens, which accounts for up to 200,000 clicks, for example, which can make quite a few thousand euros extra commission, you earn extra GMA still. Just that you copy a link in an advertising campaign. Not a bad deal, right? How it all works in detail is explained in the internal area. Alright, so now on to your questions. Alright, we've got a question in the chat. What about the taxes? Asked Andrea. Alright, well, I can't give you any exact information regarding taxes since I'm not a tax professional, but I would just strongly advise against it. Don't evade taxes. As soon as you earn any money, you should consult your tax advisor and obtain the advice from them. Alright, another question. Vanessa asks, can I advertise in another language? Well, it'll be built constantly in new tools and ways to make advertising in other languages, but in the meantime, you can also buy new customers and affiliate partners in other countries and lead them to GMA and be paid for it. It's virtually every country in the world when the users there are in the language scope. Alright, got another question. Tamara is asking, how do I apply? That's a good question, Tamara. The link to the application should already be there for you, otherwise it'll come over after I'm done. Now, the application itself is simple, and if you request a withdrawal, you've only got to give one set of account details, as the withdrawals are made by bank transfer. Alright, another question. Can I have my wife and son sign up? Can we have multiple accounts per household? Basically, multi-accounts are not allowed. So when someone writes his daughter or aunt or grandmother and a cousin each other inside and then working in the lowest account for tapping into these accounts, the affiliate commissions, it'll be noticed and it'll all be blocked. All right, another question from the chat. What is the Premium Partner Program? Well, it's a good question, but I can't talk about it much now. You have to have 1,000 advertising tokens and be at least 3 months into the program to be invited to a webinar where you can get everything explained. Also, the details of this program are not to be made public. But I can tell you that the program itself is awesome and will again push your income up. All right, another question. Tobias is wondering, where does the traffic and where can I see my banner? Well, GMA has, for example, Facebook pages with thousands of fans and content sites with banners, pop-under advertising, also uses external traffic networks in order to generate visitors. Often quotas are used. You get cheap because it's just no use and so on. Important to understand, GMA, you may not sell traffic of its own members, but real traffic with real visitors to external websites. Many of the issues here can be found in the FAQ section, so under Frequently Asked Questions. You can find these in the internal section directly after the free registration. All right, we're coming to the end, and I just wanted to remind you that registering with GMA is free. You can already buy tokens directly after login, so you're free to buy 1, 20, 50, or 1,000 tokens. It makes sense to buy them, so you can also recommend GMA. You can then immediately advertise and sponsor new members immediately, customers and affiliates, and even faster to earn even more money. Affiliate commissions will also be credited in real time, and you can always request for a payout. Now, the credit from the payback program will be credited to 50% on the account where you can request an immediate payout, and 50% comes to a separate account from which you can buy new tokens. And all of that's explained in the internal area. Okay, so you get immediately, and free of course, all advertising materials and websites with the video in which everything is explained. And of course, we also regularly offer these webinars like this one for your guests. We do welcome your questions, but please take a look at the FAQ section first. I think we've done a pretty good job of explaining everything there to support you. So, I think that'll wrap things up. We wish you a great day, and I'm looking forward to welcoming you as a partner in Get My Ads.